Hey everybody, welcome to another 3-minute clip on being highly skilled and deeply formed. Let me start with a question for us today. What's the single most important thing for us as pastoral leaders to do? Sure, there is a lot we can do and a lot we should do. For example, we can preach and teach and remind people of the life-changing truth that God is love, a personal loving God who's desperately in love with us. We can build life-giving communities and we can build faith. We can inspire hope and shape thinking. We can raise and release leaders, develop spiritual gifts, build buildings, plant churches, serve the poor, address injustice, show compassion to the hurting, pray with our people and pray for our people. We can be with them, listen to their stories, and encourage their hearts. The list goes on. But the question remains, as we should do all of that, what's most important? Here's my suggestion on that question. I think the essence of our calling as pastoral leaders, the most important thing, is to help people find their own life with God, to help them find their own life and their own friendship with God, who has come to us in the person of Jesus Christ. So how do we do this? I guess it's a big question, but I'd like to suggest that a starting point into this could be to teach our people how to get to know Jesus, how to really get to know him, to teach them to start looking at Jesus as a person through the lenses of the gospel writings, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and then to teach them how to spend time getting to know him. For example, we can teach them to notice from the Gospels how Jesus thought, what he felt, what he liked and disliked, what was important to him, what was not, how he lived, his rhythms, his patterns, his habits, his priorities, what he spent time on, who he spent time with, how he loved people, how he responded to different people, what brought him joy, what brought him sorrow, what he taught and what he invited people into, and what he instructed his disciples to do. I think the most important thing is to teach our people from the text about who Jesus is, and then to whet their appetite to go home and to begin to read it for themselves and to get to know him for themselves. And as they do so, they'll fall in love with Jesus and the God that Jesus knew as Father. Hey, what could be better than that? Our congregation's filled with people who are falling more and more in love with Jesus because here's the thing, people who love Jesus, worship passionately, serve sacrificially, give generously, and invite people to church regularly. But it all starts with teaching them to get to know Jesus, to find their own life with him. That's the most important thing, and that's worth giving our lives to. Take care, everybody.